Hey guys, so we're almost at the end. We're at the part 7 now. So what we're gonna do in this video, we're gonna create an animation in iClone and add it to a BlenderKit scene. If you guys know what BlenderKit is, it's an add-on where you can find a lot of models, scenes, materials, HDRIs that you can add to your project in just one click. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna download a scene ready made for us, and we're gonna integrate our 3D character from iClone with its animation into the scene. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna download this interior scene. It's basically a living room with light coming through the window and a few paintings on the wall. So what I'm gonna do is I'm immediately gonna change this, and I'm gonna use our CC pipeline scene tools, and I'm gonna choose a scene lighting that's gonna fit this. So I'm gonna move the lights closer into the room, and it's gonna look a bit like this, right? So this is how it looks. We're on Eevee right now. And I did say Eevee really just looks like cycles. There's not much of a difference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna export this couch and take it into iClone for animation. This is important when you wanna animate in iClone without taking your whole scene and everything into iClone. It's just you can just pick one item or one object and just export it and animate in iClone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add like a sitting animation to this character. So I'm gonna try this one. Just see how it looks. I'm gonna move it back. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna export these the size of the couch so that our character can sit on one side of the couch to fit this animation that we have here. Because as you can see, he's putting his right arm over something that looks like an armrest. So yeah, but as you can see, the armrest for the object that we imported is way too low. So I think I might have to change this this animation. So I'm gonna look for another one that will suit our needs. So just look through your animations and find out, or just look which works best for you. So I think I'm gonna go with this stand to sit animation, where it's basically he just stands. I'm gonna check the foot contact, stands, and then sits down, just like that. Perfect. So what I'm gonna do is he's drifting. Looks like he's drifting. So that's why there's a keyframe that moves him. That changes his transformation, so just delete that. As you can see, perfect. Okay, so now as we added the animation, it's not perfect. We're gonna have to do some sort of changes, modification. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the edit reach tool. And first of all, you can see his feet are sliding, so we're gonna change all of that. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna add a second animation and just blend them together. So as he sits down, he's gonna act like he's holding a cup and just looking away and talking while sitting down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on the feet now. As you can see, there's drifting. So I'm gonna add a reach tool I'm gonna use a dummy and just make sure that his feet stay intact, just like that. You can see the difference between the left foot and the right foot. So I'm gonna do that both sides, and as you can see, the drifting has been corrected. So from there, I'm just gonna edit the animation to my like to make it look good enough. I'm gonna make him look at the camera, and at some point I'm gonna make him not look at the camera. Just experimental stuff here, honestly. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna data link. I'm gonna go back to Blender, open up the CC link, and then we're gonna hit we're gonna go to start server in iClone 8, and we're gonna hit connect in Blender. So that connects the two softwares together. I'm gonna send this character over to Blender. So we just wait for it to send. Just gonna have to be a bit patient here. But as you can see, this looks pretty good, honestly. The scene looks pretty good. So this just shows how you can create a scene, and literally this is the purpose of the tutorial. It's just to show that you can create a video or animation or animatic scene in literally 5-10 minutes with little to no effort at all. So now I'm just gonna position the camera, and as you can see on these walls there's no textures. I think once we downloaded the scene from BlenderKit, it didn't import the paintings correctly, so we're gonna do this ourselves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to Google and search for abstract art, and I'm gonna import and add these to my paintings manually. So just gonna download the ones that I find visually appealing. I'm gonna go with this one, save it. I'm gonna go for this one, the last one, save this as well. So to do this, you have to be familiar with the nodes in Blender and how to use them. So for this one, I'm gonna shift A and select an image texture. I'm gonna add one image texture, and then I'm gonna go to the UV editing and just scale it to where I want it to look to appear, just like that. So as you can see, the scene is looking pretty good, pretty good, and we've only been doing this for 10 minutes now. I'm gonna play the animation and see how it looks. Looks pretty good to me. Looks very good. So I'm just gonna scroll over. I'm just gonna scroll over, and I wanna render this. So I'm gonna change the render sampling to 200 samples and change this from rendered mode to just render this. So what I'm gonna do for this tutorial is show you guys the difference between Eevee and cycles. So I'm gonna save this one. This is Eevee. I'm gonna save it in my folder here. I'm gonna name it Couch Eevee. So I want to show you guys both of these so that you can be able to know the difference and choose for yourself. So I'm gonna change from slot 1 to slot 2 so that we can compare these two so we can compare those two render systems. So I'm gonna choose cycles now. I'm gonna change the samples to 20 Yeah, we don't really need that many samples, honestly. We just need samples that are gonna be enough. So yeah, this is how Cycles looks. You can definitely see the difference between the way the light bounces off surfaces and the shadows and the quality of everything. So it's your choice, honestly. It's really your choice. It depends on what you're going for, but in some cases Cycles tends to be better than Eevee because you can literally tell the difference between these two Cycles and Eevee. And I'll put a comparison on the screen for you guys so that you can see the difference. But yeah, this is 100 samples rendered in Cycles. And as you can see, it's looking really good. The shadows are accurate. In Eevee, there weren't too many accurate shadows, and the light wasn't bouncing correctly and all of that. But it has its pros and cons, and Cycles also has its pros and cons. So it just depends on what you want to go for, I guess. But you should definitely be open to experimenting with these things and just know what to use and when to use it, honestly. So yeah, that is animating in iClone 8, bringing everything over to Blender for the render and integrating our iClone 8 animation and character into a BlenderKit scene. And BlenderKit is good because you can add scenes that are free with just one click. So again, thank you guys.